The clapper is a sound-activated electrical switch, sold by San Francisco, California-based Joseph Enterprises, Incorporated. Robert E. Clapper, Sr. and Richard J. Pirong, and marketed with the slogan "Clap On" and as a separate phrase "Clap Off." The clapper works with any American Standard electrical outlet. The clapper allows control of up to 2 devices. An upgraded model known as the Clapper Plus includes a remote control function, in addition to the original sound-based activation. It also includes an away setting that will optionally turn on selected devices when a sound is heard or motion is detected. The clapper can inadvertently be triggered by other noises, such as coughing, a dog barking, a cabinet or door being closed, laughter, yelling, banging, knocking on a door or a wall, other sharp sounds, or noises from televisions and speakers. Patent: the clapper was issued U.S. Patent number 5,493,618 on July 9, 1985 and first sold to the public on September 1, 1986 by Robert E. Clapper, Sr. and Richard J. Pirong. Advertising: the melody of the catchy jingle used in the commercials had been used earlier back in the mid-1980s for Sign-Off Cold Medicine, in a commercial featuring women at an army base. In popular culture, it was used in the movie The Burglars with Omar Sharif and Diane Cannon in 1973. Diane Cannon's lover slaps her and the lights are now slap on, and slap off. This may be the first time this 70s device was used in a movie. Prior to the clapper being marketed, the idea showed up in popular culture. On the 1970s show Nanny and the professor's oldest son, Hal, shows off his invention of a sound-activated switch that is triggered by him clapping. Coincidentally, the show also goes on to show the problems of the switch with other loud household noises, something the commercial version would also contend with. In the cartoon Animaniacs, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot say the jingle in one of the closing stingers after the credits. In episode 40, Slappy Squirrel advertises a parody of the clapper, entitled The Slapper as Shown, which is a machine that looks like a giant hand coming out of a purse. The purpose is to slap people who are being a nuisance. In the 1989 film Uncle Buck, the title character uses the clapper to turn on the lights in his apartment. In the 1991 film What About Bob? Richard Dreyfuss turns off his lights with the clapper. Oh well, let's not let that spoil our vacation. Clap. In the pilot episode of Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns, Leroy Brown talked about how he went to a store and asked an employee if the store was selling the clapper. Brown, however, referred to the clapper as the clap. In the 2006 film, Night at the Museum, when Larry Daly is at the job agency presenting his resume, he mentions that he created the snapper, and that the clapper stole a bit of his thunder. In the 2003 dark comedy, Duplex, Alex installs the clapper in Mrs. Connolly's TV so that he can turn it off from his apartment below by clapping. One night the two of them go back and forth in a clapping battle, Alex turning her loud TV off, and Mrs. Connolly turning it back on, and back off, and then back on, etc. The clapper appears in Bruce Almighty where God clapped off the lights, then recites the clapper jingle. In the 19th episode of The Simpsons' 9th season, titled Simpson Tide, originally aired on the Fox network on March 29, 1998, a reference to the clapper is made where Homer tells his wife Marge that we live in a highly technological age where fighting a war is as simple as turning off a light. Then proceeds to clap with his hands. And the light remains on. He continues clapping while Marge says we don't have a clapper. The gag ends with the lamp flying out the window to turn it off. In the 1999 comedy Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, Austin Powers claps twice to activate the seduction lighting in his apartment. An impressed Ivana Humpelot asks, "When did you get a clapper?" Austin, thinking she means the clap, replies, "Dutch East Indies, shore leave." In the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen film Passport to Paris, the twins clap their hands turning off the lights. In The Big Comfy Couch, Lunette and Molly clap their hands twice to turn their big lamp on and off. In 9 to 5 the musical, written by Patricia Resnick and music by Dolly Parton, in the finale it is referenced as one of the characters was said to have invented it. The stage appears in a blackout until Dolly Parton, projected to the stage, claps. In the Space Quest 6 demo, Roger Wilco uses a clapper to defeat the evil Bjorn who have invaded his spaceship. In the Recess episode Weekend at Muriel's, Miss Finster claps and turns off the light in her room. In the musical The Book of Mormon, during the song Turn It Off, there is a scene where the missionaries are dancing and all clap their hands twice in unison, and all of the stage lights and spotlights turn off. They go on to clap twice in unison 3 more times. The second time the lights switch off and then back on, all of the missionaries are wearing red vests that they weren't wearing before the lights switched off. In the Men in Black animated series episode, The Head Trip Syndrome, Alien Allies of MeB, when asked by Jay what other devices they gave to MeB to patent for funding, the alien replies by clapping the lights of the room on and off, much to the confusion of the crowd. The use of a clapper is an essential plot point in the 1993 Apple Macintosh point-and-click game A Trouble. References. Notes Further reading Kaufman, Matthew. Thumbs down for the clapper. Hartford Courant. Retrieved December 24, 2013. External links, official site, U.S. Patent Number 5493618, method and apparatus for activating switches in response to different acoustic signals.